I will ask a very straightforward question. Do you think the trust in media has collapsed in the past decade?
100%, right? But trust in everything has collapsed. I'm not defending media. I think a lot of media or stuff we've done to ourselves to erode trust. I like to believe that Express is different. When you say media, that's one thing. I think Express likes
Yeah,
to.
I'm talking about the industry at large.
If you
I'm not
talk
talking
about the
about.
industry, I think a lot of the things that some of my peers have done have eroded trust, and they've done it, taking the gamble and knowing that it might, and it has. Um, and now we're at that point in time in the world where any institution trust is being eroded. You name it, and there is less trust, right?
Why so?
Now this is we can talk about this at length, I guess, but this tends to happen every time you see societies turning populist. Every time you see populist movements, I'm not saying only political, I'm just saying seems to be something where society wants to revolt. Whatever societies were taking for granted, you revolt against. So whether it is judiciary, whether it is press, whether it is the people in power, business people, whatever, there is a sense of anti-establishment that kind of just that it just bubbles. It's like a collective feeling that happens in society. This has happened many times all over the world. It's happened, famously in America so many times. It's happened famously in all over several parts across Europe. And I don't think any institution is safe when that
Okay.
happens, and it's great. It's great because public then questions. Public question and they ask and they push. Of course, it sounds very like unsettling,
Right.
but I think it keeps everybody on their toes,
Right.
right? Look, let's face it. As an industry, as a news industry, the way we write our story, just coming back to my space, the way we write, the way we do our journalism. You've been a journalist for a long time. Who, what, where, when, why, how. That in the first 35 words, inverted pyramid, nut graph. It's been the same. We've been doing it the same way for the last 100 years. Not much
Yeah.
has changed. If you pick up a newspaper, and I do this a lot, I always go through my archives every now and then. I always enjoy doing that. If you pick up the Indian Express in the 60s or the 40s or yesterday, I mean, obviously the personalities have changed, but a lot of the
course.
news, the way it's written, the way I'm reading it, is quite very similar. So I think I don't think as an industry we've been innovative enough. I don't think as an industry we've been. So I think it's expected that people would ask these questions, and people would. I mean, it was every institution is being questioned. Trust is being eroded in every institution. Sure, media also.
I'll get a little deeper into this, but before, okay. So in a space where trust is getting eroded, what are you trying to protect?
The risk of sounding cliched, I'm saying this, but I'm also saying that this is our biggest opportunity. The reason Indian Express continues to grow in the year 2026, we're selling more copies of newspapers in the city of Delhi than we ever sold, right? The reason that's happening is because people want something they can trust. So when trust erodes in institutions,
You protect trust.
I protect trust. I mean, that's our endeavor, and we do everything we can for that, right?
Can I say that you're trying to protect relevance?
I'm relevant because I'm trusted.
So relevance comes from trust.
100%, right? And I'm in a sense I'm in the business of relevance, right? I've done some great, like some of the best investigations I've seen happening in the last year have come in the Express, right? Some of the best stories, the hardest stuff. If nobody reads it, there's no point. So I have to be relevant. To be relevant, I have to be doing great journalism, but I have to be doing it in a way that people are able to consume and they're able to trust that what I'm saying is right. Now there'll be 100 people who won't trust. There'll be several people who won't trust because, well, hey, you're in that mood. Society's in that mood to be skeptical about whatever comes out.
Correct.
You're skeptical about the government. You're skeptical about the opposition. You're skeptical about the press. You're skeptical about the judiciary. You're skeptical about literally everybody and anything. You're skeptical about your landlord. You're skeptical about your parents. You're skeptical about your wife. Everybody's skeptical about everything, right? So in all of that, how do you be relevant, you fight for trust. And so in this mad world like in our industry, there are 550 news channels, right? 4,500 newspapers, 1.5 lakh registered publications. I don't know what they're doing. How is one newspaper organization and one news organization going to be different? How are we going to differentiate ourselves? And it's coming down to the fact that we are differentiating ourselves on something which should be hygiene, but that is just trust. By the journalism we do, by the fact that we call out everybody across the board, we have no favorites. We take position on issues. We don't take position on ideology. We don't take position on friends, or we don't take position on party lines. We take position on issues, and we take positions that we believe are true to the values that we believe in. We don't take positions just because somebody's an advertiser or somebody is, we can't. I mean, these are all things that have been said for many years now,
Right.
but it's more true or more important to remind ourselves of these values today than ever before, because there is a basic erosion of trust. So in this world where trust is being eroded, if we double down on it, that's our differentiator, and that's what's helping us so far.